Do you think your bill has the votes to pass it on Friday?
Yes, sir. I honestly believe I have enough votes. I hope that it stays there. I think we have, if not 8, 9 votes.
Lawmakers finished discussions on Senator Joe San Augustin's Bill 248. The measure started out as a simple 2% sales tax across the board. But after adding 12 amendments, the bill will need to be engrossed, which means each amendment will need to be added into the bill so that it reads as one consistent piece of legislation rather than a piecemeal of amendments. Because there are so many amendments, some of which are complicated, Speaker B.J. Cruz announced that it'll take until Friday at 2 p.m. to engross. So what's in the bill? A major amendment was one introduced by Senator Tommy Morrison to start out first with a 1% business privilege tax that would begin on April 1st and last until September 30. Then on October 1st, the 2% sales tax would kick in.
Well, number one, the BBT increase could happen as soon as it was as identified in the amendment, 1 April. 1%. That brings in 30 million. As soon as the sales tax comes in, it'll offset that, and because it will start the new fiscal year, it'll bring in about $60+ million.
Originally, the bill would have generated an estimated $120 to $130 million a year. However, an amendment was added excluding some things from the sales tax.
You have to remember that the bill originally started with everybody getting sales tax. So what was excluded, because Senator Sinclair brought it in, the bankings and the insurance folks are excluded.
This changed the estimated amount of revenue that would be generated to about $60 million a year. This is less than the estimated $100 million shortfall expected for next fiscal year. Senator San Augustin says this will force the government to reduce spending. In fact, another major change to the bill was Senator Frank Hogan Jr.'s amendment that makes it easier for the governor to cut costs by reorganizing GUAM. Then there is Senator Mike San Nicolas's amendment that requires the enactment of a fiscal realignment plan to cut $30 million in spending before the tax raises take effect. Senator Tom Atta amended this again, requiring the governor to submit a cost-cutting plan before the tax raises take effect. Senator Frank Hogan Jr. opposed this, saying it doesn't guarantee that anyone will make $30 million in cuts.
So in my opinion, let's not try to pull a fast one over our people. And I say in my opinion, because this would be a fast
privilege, Mr. Chairman. Nobody is trying to pull a fast one.
All of a sudden, the BBT tax is going to increase from 4% to 5% with no real commitment of budgetary reduction, cost reduction for this government.
Nevertheless, Senator San Augustin feels that his bill is a good compromise that raises revenues, but not to the level the administration wanted, which he says will force GUAM to make cuts.
Nobody's going to get their cake and eat it, or they got to shave off the icing.